for those players right now that are out there who are good players, strive to be great players, can maybe run 5, 6 balls right now, but they're willing to do what you did. They're willing to go to the pool hall every single day and hit balls. What kind of advice can you give them to climb the ladder, so to speak?
Okay, well, I got three things, and I think it's real simple. I mean, the biggest one I think is competition. So, and that's the two. It's gambling and tournaments, and it can be either one. And you don't have to bet tons of money. Or some people really think gambling's bad for the game. If you're one of those guys, maybe just stick to tournaments. But you have to compete as often as possible. You have to be playing under pressure because you can miss 100 balls practicing, forget all of them. Doesn't matter. If you miss one or two gambling or in a tournament and they cost you some money, you remember those mistakes. That's how you correct your mistakes. The ones that hurt, the ones that keep you up at night for a few hours, you lose some sleep, you remember those ones and you tend to make, corrections the next time. The other thing, and this one came straight from Efren. Efren, I tried to pick his brain after dinner one time at a pro tournament. A big group of us went out. I was happy to sit next to him anyway. So he told me the gambling playing under pressure and then 15-ball rotation. If you're going to practice, I almost hate to give people this advice. It's too good. I don't need some of these guys coming up too fast and starting to beat me. But playing 9-ball or 10-ball, it just looks like a joke after you play 15-ball for a while. You play 15-ball rotation, you just have to move the cue ball in between all that traffic. Every shot, is really going to get your cue ball dialed in.
That's really interesting because I've never really heard that advice, to play 15-ball rotation. And in fact, I travel, all over the country and pop into pool halls here and there. I never see anybody playing 15-ball rotation. It's always 10-ball, 9-ball, 8-ball, one pocket, sometimes straight pool, although not so much anymore. But yeah, so 15-ball rotation, you really think that'll help folks get better?
100%. And I watch Efren still practices that generally to this day in between rounds at events. And it doesn't matter if he's playing straight pool, 9-ball, one pocket, whatever. He's usually playing 15-ball rotation to practice in between. And then he goes to play whatever. And that's why Bustamante and him and some of the older Filipinos, they just see the game different. They move the cue ball a little bit more precise, and you have to get good at shooting balls off of balls and playing caroms and just all kinds of stuff in that game.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, Mike. You mentioned gambling and you mentioned tournaments. And so I know pool has had this negative stigma for years, gambling, alcohol, drugs, smoky pool rooms, folks that, let's say, are not the nicest people in society sometimes and, hustling, right? But I've noticed something different about you over the years. I've known